Welcome to the Freeport Podcast. I'm Nicholas Lee.
And I'm Zachary Moore.
And we are your hosts for the show. We just want to take some time to introduce ourselves and also give a little bit of insight into what we've got going on with the show. We wanted to introduce some topics, and we also want to dive in to see how we view the show going, or the direction that the show is going to go in between now and the near future. All right, so introducing me, I am a senior at Southeastern University, Go Fire, and some of my hobbies include journalism and blogging, as I am majoring in communications and mass media, and I'm also working towards a minor degree in criminal justice. The most important fact about me is that I am unapologetically a Christian.
All right, I'm Zachary Moore, or Zach Moore, I prefer. I went to school for film and video production, also editing, and have dabbled in photography a little bit. So I'd say most of my hobbies lean more towards the entertainment side of things. And I'm also a man of faith as well. So, I guess we just kind of want to dive into, like what Nick said, about basically what we want to bring to this show going forward, and a little bit about how the idea even started. If you wanna.
Yeah, for sure. So, as you can see, the Freeport Podcast, and you're probably wondering, are those supposed to represent bottles of alcohol? And the answer to that question is technically, yeah. So, as Zach knows, and I'm sure many other people can relate to this, sometimes a personal moment in your life can be used to create something. And for me, in my instance, I work at a local restaurant, and I was just trying to help a first-time customer out. He didn't look like he was having a good day. He needed a drink, and I was just trying to help him out. So, of course, you guessed it, I was free pouring. And long story short, my owner, aka my boss, he didn't really like it like that. But I was just trying to help him.
Wait, man, was this in his mouth?
Pause. Good Lord. Pause. All right, no.
Well, you said your boss didn't like it.
But anyways, I was trying to help brother out. He came back, and long story short, God used that moment in my life to inspire me to create something like this with Zach, and I'm very thankful to have this opportunity with him.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we also have a Bible verse that we feel really ties into the Freeport Podcast.
Yes, on a real note.
Yeah, on a real note. And that's going to be from Isaiah 58:10, and I'm actually reading the English Standard Version. And it says, "If you pour yourself out for the hungry and satisfy the desire of the afflicted, then shall your light rise in the darkness, and your gloom be as the noonday." Zach and I are on the same page with this, and I think that there are a lot of young people and elderly people as well. No discrimination here on age. We really want to inspire our community and people outside of our community. We realize that there are people from all over the world that have a hunger for content that's truly meaningful and impactful, and isn't just about the creators trying to make a name for themselves, but also genuinely trying to pour into their viewers' lives.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, us both being men of faith, like we said, there are going to be probably a lot of topics that we discuss that might have to do with that. But we don't want this show to just be for Christians.
Absolutely.
There's also all kinds of things that we want to cover, just things that we like, entertainment and stuff too. But even also self-improvement type stuff, which that's another hobby that we both probably grown to like a little more, is working out. We probably hated it when we first started, but that's something that we've kind of been trying to do, and we both lost, like 20 pounds?
20 pounds.
Yeah.
20 pounds.
So,
doing good.
It's still a process, just like the show is, and, we're trying to be as professional with the show as we can, and as we get further along, we'll continue to upgrade it, obviously, but, it's a learning process, and, yeah, we just want to cover all sorts of topics, and I was going to say, one thing that we had mentioned before when we were talking is just how kind of divided the world is nowadays. So I know you mentioned that, also talking about politics.
Oh, 100%. Politics, the nitty, the gritty, the thing that none of us adults want to talk about, but it's essential. It's important that we as a group of people, that we completely be united. And the only way to do that is to constantly talk about the things that matter. But on a real note, we're also trying to have some fun. Zach's really big on entertainment, and I know that he has a great idea, a bunch of great ideas of bringing entertainment to the show.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm open to, we talked about like movie reviews, show reviews, even anime.
Unapologetically, we're weebs.
Yes, but even because we both worked on short films together too as well before. He's a pretty good writer, and just trying to collab on different ideas like that, maybe funny skits, and maybe even interviewing people, bringing different people onto the show. And was there something else you want to say? I know you want to talk about people who have other ideas, business ideas.
Yeah, 100%. So before I want to dive into that, there are also other topics that we really, really want to talk about as well. He talked about politics, we talked about entertainment, but I'm also really big into sports as well.
Oh, yeah.
I love the NFL, I love the NBA, but I also want to give a shout out to a lot of sports that aren't talked about. Particularly right now, the WNBA. I want to shout out female athletes like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, and I really just want to, because we talk about unity, and I really feel like the only way to talk about unity is to really bring, notice or recognition to all types of topics. But yeah, Zach was talking about collaboration and potential work opportunities with other people. So with that being said, we are going to be creating social media pages on Instagram. And we are also going to be having open emails. And we know that there are young people out there like us that truly want to make a name for themselves and have opportunities. And we would like to help you get your information and also just get your product or your ideas out there. We can give you shout outs, and we look forward to having that kind of opportunity. And we look forward to seeing what type of collaboration opportunities are out there. With this being called the Free Pour Podcast, and because it is our first episode together, as bros, we think that there's only one way to appropriately end the show, and it's a nice little toast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Stay tuned. Here at the Free Pour Podcast, we pour freely, and not only in our drinks, but also into your lives. Remember to like and subscribe.